Everyone is on. Okay, let's get it. Kinda, I'm saying let's get it, but let's really not get it just yet. Because, yeah, now let's get it. And I can actually share the live a little bit for a quick little second. There we go. It's Friday, y'all. Hey. Ew, hey, y'all come on in. I know y'all probably like, damn, come on, let's get started.
It's time for the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. Trust me, it ain't no fucking limits. I said none.
And I mean none. Okay. I am well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, come on in. Shroom Talk Day 2.
I said I'm headed to the moon.
Hey.
Is you going or you not? I thought you told me you was ready to go.
Right.
So I start heading to your spot. Hey, I'm in a whole nother realm, and I don't even think I'm ever coming down. Baby, I'm in a whole nother space. If you was here, then you can see it in my face. I'm so good on these shroom. I'm so good on these shroom. I'm so good on these shroom. So if you're looking for me, I'll be in my zone. Levitating, you wouldn't even know I'm gone. It's a celebration. Go ahead and drink up your Patron. Don't wanna be bothered, so I'm turning off my phone.
Period. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to my couch potatoes. It's Friday. I hope y'all turn it up.
I said I'm headed to the moon. Hey, is you going or you not? I thought you told me you was ready to go. So I start heading to your spot. Hey,
Right.
I'm in a whole nother realm, and I don't even think I'm ever coming down. Baby, I'm in a whole nother space. If you was here, then you can see it in my face. I'm so good on these shroom. I'm so good on these shroom. I'm so good on these shroom. Go with the flow, get at the flow, baby. Take it some more. If you ain't know, baby, I'm kinda gone, baby. But if you wanna come, then let's go, baby. Hey, yeah. I'm so gone off the shrooms. I'm so gone off these shrooms, yeah. Gone off the shrooms, hey, yeah. I said I'm headed to the moon. Hey, is you going
Yes. I love you too.
I thought you told me you was ready to go. So I start heading to your spot. Hey, I'm in a whole nother realm, and I don't even think I'm ever coming down. I'm in a whole nother space. If you was here, then you can see it in my face. I'm so good on these shroom.
Yes.
I'm so good on these shroom.
You know, today is actually not just a regular day on the couch. I actually made a day 2 of Shroom Talk. And the reason why is because of the controversy that I have been getting on my YouTube and you know, on different channels. And it's actually quite funny. It's quite funny. But we got some things to talk about tonight. And, you know, if you didn't get informed last night of some things, and some things, here you go, wifey, didn't seem like it's true, that's because you didn't do your research. You did not do your research before you came at me. So since you did come at me, I got some more research for you. So before we get into that, make sure that you check on your strong people. If you fuck with somebody and you love somebody, then you make sure that you check on them. Do a wellness check. If you know anybody that's in the hospital, if you know anybody that's locked up, write them. I'm not saying put money on their books. It's a plus. But write them. Let them know that you're thinking of them and that they're not forgotten. Because it's easy to feel like you're forgotten whenever you are in prison. For real. So, I'm just saying. Anyways, I got something to tell you guys, actually. If you don't get, you know, frightened or scared about certain topics, you know, because fentanyl needs to be talked about. April 30th, fuck fentanyl. We're going to do it every month on the couch. That's how we've been doing it so far this year. It might be a sensitive subject and it might be a trigger for some of you guys. But for the ones that's not, it can help the ones that are listening, or that's just looking from the outside, you know, and they want to talk, but they don't know how. Sometimes sharing your story can help somebody, you know, ease their anxiety, or ease their, you know, even ease their pain, you know, because losing someone to something like that is hard. Losing someone anyway is hard, you know, and it needs to be talked about. So fuck fentanyl, April the 30th. Again, we do that every month. You are more than welcome to come share your story. If you know anybody that you, or if you've lost anybody from fentanyl, you are more than welcome to send their picture in, and we can keep their name alive, just like we keep everybody else's name alive. It's also Taurus season, so shout out to all my Tauruses. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I said happy birthday. I said happy birthday to us. Okay? Yes. Shout out to all my Taurus gang. I love y'all. Even the ones that I don't know, I love you. Sending positive vibes, love, and energy and prosperity your way. I hope that whatever you got your hands in, I hope that it flourishes to the max. Yeah. I hope it starts growing like an oyster mushroom. Crazy. Okay? Yes. Also, my album will be dropping in May. I'm super excited. Elevate. I have a lot of music that I can't wait to share with you guys. This is just the beginning. After this, I got more albums that I'm ready to drop. So I'm getting back into the dropping of the albums because albums still matter. If y'all didn't know that, albums do still matter. Don't let nobody tell you that, if you don't have a large following, don't drop an album. Don't let nobody tell you that. Drop a fucking album. I mean, because you can be that person that's going to keep on hitting them with singles. You could do that. You can. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. But don't forget about albums. Albums are very important too. Longevity is important, especially in a music career. You want people to listen to your album all the way through. So give them something to listen all the way through. Give it to them. That's what they want. They don't want to keep waiting months and months for you to drop. They don't. Just being honest. I don't want to wait. When I'm ready to hear Rihanna, I'm ready to hear a whole nother fucking album. Not just the one single from off of Black Panther. The fuck? No. If you are looking for beats, drop your email address. I am sending out beat packs and I'm doing deals. If you purchase a beat from me, you get a free studio session for an hour, but it's no mix. Now, if you purchase and you don't just put down a deposit and you purchase that full, like put down your whole money that same day, then I'll give you a free mix and master. So tap in with me. I got some beats. I got some deals. We can get it popping. I know you got an album coming out. Drop your music. Buy your beats. Stop stealing these beats off YouTube. And if you're going to use a beat off YouTube, tag the person. Get in touch with that person and make sure it's okay with them, you know? Because sometimes it says you can use it for free as long as it's not for profit. So just watch how you do things. You know, do things the right way. You don't want to harm business before it even gets started. Just like you don't want to burn bridges. Although you probably know how to build a bridge. Doesn't mean you could just burn it down just because you know how to build one. Okay? So, yeah. All right, let's get into the good stuff. Now, if you guys was tuned in last night, then you know I gave you a bunch of different informative things to learn about shrooms or to know about shrooms, especially, you know, if you're just now getting into the shroom game. It's levels to this shit. You have to know certain things about what you're taking. You don't want to just be that person that just takes anything just because. Or you just want to try it just because everybody said that it'll do this and this and that. Damn, you don't want to do your research? You don't want to know if it has a certain type of chemical in it that might not go good with you? Well, hopefully last night was informative and today's going to be just as informative. A few key notes about last night. You know, never refrigerate or freeze your shrooms. You always want to keep it in a good dark place. I would say a good dark place. And if you are one of those ones that every time you take shrooms, your stomach is sick, start eating before you take your shrooms. Maybe you're one of those ones that have been doing it on an empty stomach. Also, some more keynotes from last night. Sorry. Okay. It's good for anxiety, depression, PTSD, helping to wean you off of different drugs. And it's also good for headaches, not migraines, but headaches. So if you're one of those people that have headaches a lot, then that's good for you. One, shrooms isn't something just to do. Thank you so much. Shrooms isn't something just to do. And a lot of you guys get confused about the whole meaning behind doing shrooms, the whole gist of it, the whole reason. And then some have bad trips and then some have bad experiences. But it could be a reason why you're having a bad experience, especially if your shrooms are bad. A lot of times when people have bad trips, it's not because, oh, the shrooms was just so strong. And no, it was because you had a bad batch. And it's possible. Not everyone knows how to grow shrooms the right way. It can get contaminated with like literally like that quick. The air touches it the wrong way. It's contaminated. It's gone. It's gone. It doesn't matter how good and full it grows. It doesn't change the fact that it's contaminated. It's still contaminated. So we're going to be going over the dangers of smoking shrooms. I've had a lot of people cussing me out last night, telling me, girl, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. We could smoke shrooms and da-da-da-da-da. Whoa, let me put you up on game. So, and you might have really just been offended because I said you were smoking dick and you wasn't smoking shrooms. You're smoking dick. All right. If you were offended, I apologize. I'm woman enough to apologize because I don't want to offend you because you just don't know. And being ignorant just means you just don't know. So you're only ignorant because you don't know. And you're only defensive because I insulted you. So I apologize. Moving on. Contrary to what you believe, there is a such thing. Let me say that again. There is a such thing as shroom overdose. It is. And it happens when you use excessive doses, excessive amounts are easily consumed during smoking. Smoking shrooms, that is. Yeah. And you may think, oh, I just grounded up a gram. You're smoking it. You're doing something that it's not even supposed to do. So you're causing another effect to happen to yourself. We're going to get into that. A shroom overdose is something like this. Intense, prolonged hallucinations. So if you're like, oh, man, I've been tripping balls for like 24 hours. It's even some people say, I've been tripping for 3 days. You might be one of those ones that got a bad batch. Because that's what a bad batch can do. Prolonged hallucination. It's not something that's fun. It's no longer fun. It's not. That's not fun. So, listen to this. Extreme anxiety and fear. It's not just, oh, I took a shroom and I seen a clown. No. When you have a shroom overdose, anxiety is at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high. Fear, you fear like the smallest thing. Somebody can breathe on you wrong. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to melt. That is not a regular shroom trip. It's not. That is a bad batch. A bad batch can lead to an overdose. A bad batch can lead to, whenever you smoking it, I'm so sorry, but whenever you say that you smoke shrooms, that can lead to a shroom overdose. Quick. You can lose, it says loss of self-identity and ego dissolution. You start to not know who you are. And it's not the same as an ego death. It's not. Not the same at all. So if you're one of those ones that's like, hey, I've had an ego death before, that's nothing. I've had an ego death before. This is not it. I've never experienced overdosing on shrooms, but they've gotten research from people that have done it. Because, again, there's people that argued me down about smoking shrooms. Some of those same ones will tell you stories about having the worst trip on shrooms ever. But they won't even tell you that, oh, damn, that time that I had the worst trip was the time that I smoked shrooms. It's a reason why. Just saying. Time dilation and distortion of perception. Not that you won't have a time lapse or the walls bending before your eyes whenever you're on shrooms, but it's different when you're having a shroom overdose. It's different. It's not the same. Clearly. The words aren't even worded the same. Shit, the fuck? So you have to really beware when trying to be cool, because that's what you're trying to do, is be cool when you are rolling up magic mushrooms thinking that you're going to go anywhere but to the hospital with serious injuries and potential illnesses. Just saying. Physical discomfort, nausea. Now, like I said, some of these things can happen during a regular trip, but not that intense. If you are experiencing being nauseous whenever you're taking shrooms, try eating. Try putting something on your stomach. If you're like, okay, no, I had something on my stomach the last time and it just made me want to just throw it up, then try it without. You got to do what works for you. Just like whenever you go to a doctor and you try different medications, they try you on different doses until what? Until something works for you. Not every dose is going to work for everyone. Just like I was saying, you can't get a 3-5 from someone and think that because you took a bite of a shroom that's microdosing. No, you have to really get your own scale and you have to really weigh it out and make sure that you're doing the proper dose. And whatever that dose is, I don't microdose personally. I dosey dose. So make sure that you're dosing yourself the right way. The right way. If you're one of those ones that want to do shrooms, you want to get into it, learn it. Don't just jump into, oh yeah, I got some penis envy. Well, for people that are just now trying shrooms, the shroom that you should start with is called a Red Boy. And it's one of the lower dosage of shrooms that they have out there. And it's normally one of the ones that people that are just now starting to learn, you know, the shroom life, that's what they start with, the low dose ones. Ones that's not going to have you so tripped. But y'all want to come right on out into the penis envy? When you lost your virginity, did you come right out and just fuck a 13-inch dick? No, I'm sure that you started off quite small. Just saying. Whenever you first started getting your first piece of pussy, did you just go right in and just start eating the wet motherfucker? No, you would have drowned. You would have drowned. You had to learn. You had to lick it like a cat first. Until you was able to put your face in it and have it all in your hairline, right? So you can't just think that just jumping right into penis envy, you're going to have a good time. At least if you're going to jump into penis envy, at least microdose until you know where you are going to be at and make sure that you're in a good space. Hey, Ashton, it says the envy got me tripping. She had to throw the Gatorade on it to make it taste better. Yeah. And don't be drinking Gatorade no more because it's going to be taken off the shelves. But we'll get into that another time. But make sure that you know what you're doing. Make sure that you know the dose that you're taking because you don't want to have a bad trip. You don't want to be one of those ones that's giving out these stories to people like, oh, yeah. And then there's those other people that have those bad trips because they take shrooms and other drugs with them. Let me tell you, if you didn't know this, shrooms and crystal meth do not go. It doesn't. It doesn't. So if anybody's starting off a story like, yeah, man, I did these shrooms and this meth one day, stop them right there in their tracks. I don't even want to hear anymore. I'm so sorry. That's it. Conversation over. If you're going to do anything with shrooms, a light drink, I mean, if you want to drink heavy, you can, but you're going to be nauseous. Smoking some weed is cool. You could even take a thizzle if you want to. Drink a Red Bull, some coffee, orange juice. I don't know what the orange juice is going to do, but give you a little bit of citrus backup. But if that's what you want to do, by all means. But smoking it and then doing it with meth, that's not what you want to do. That is not what you want to do. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. I always want to say Wednesday now. Make sure you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, Big O. And listen, I'm going to say TikTok because it's still on TikTok until TikTok gets banned completely. But right now, we're on TikTok, so you can find me on TikTok, Big O, and Facebook. And you can also find me at THA Real JANELL on all platforms, including the YouTube. That's where you'll find Couch Chronicles. You could also type in Couch Chronicles No Limits on YouTube and it'll pop up. Okay, stop playing with me. We're going to jump into another song, and I still have some more informative information for you. For those that are out there smoking shrooms, I got something for you. Listen, this is not all. I got more information. Don't even trip.
Oh, he's such a goop.
Tell me where you wanna go, I wanna go too. I'm tryna ride with you. I'm tryna head to the moon. I told you before, open up the door. Is you ready to need to know? Cause I'm ready to go. See, under my tongue, you got me up all night. And she got some explaining to do. She be coming hard with the truth. She put you in another dimension. Then I mentioned that tap in. Open your third eye, you see the hidden side. She got me on my mind. I'm here, but I'm not here. But I'm not here. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I'm here, but I'm not here. Here, but I'm not here. But I'm not really with you. I'm in another dimension. I am not here. I am not here. I'm in another world. I'm in another world. I'm in another world. I am not really in another world. I'm in another world. Got me loose, that's the truth. Don't even need no weed, no liquor, just a booth. I hear a beat, and I see it like it can speak. Oh, my uncle just called me a geek. I can get nasty, I can't be a freak. But it's nothing you should be concerned about. You coming over, then I'll turn you out. Lucy in your system, call it dirty self. As you feeling good in another round. So why you ain't trying to come down? Please don't even bother me. Don't come mess up my energy. I swear I'm here, but I'm not here. I got some things to do, and Lucy sometimes she reveals the truth. No, I'm not trying to influence you. I'm just thinking about my truth. I'm just telling you how I do. If you're not ready, don't do it, boo. And I know it seems extra, but if you get hit, just don't tell us to stay in back. Lucy flowing through my body like it should. Got me feeling good. I know that it would. I'm in a better dimension than I mentioned it. You see the hidden flag. That makes sense. I'm here, but I'm not here. But I'm not really with you. I'm in another dimension. I am not here. But I'm not really with you. I'm in another world. I am not here. With you, yeah. Oh,
It is the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I told you I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why not subscribe to the YouTube channel? THA Real JANELL. All right, let's get back into Shroom Talk. If you didn't catch Shroom Talk yesterday, then go back and rewatch the episode. Shout out to the people that take Shroom. Shout out to my Shroom heads. Listen, for the ones that's out there smoking shrooms, let me give you some more news you can use. Okay? What up, though, Mav? Smoking magic mushrooms is not recommended. It does not activate if you think that it's going to activate anything that's going to get you high, it's not activated at all. You hear me? Nothing is activated. Only thing that's activated is your lungs. catching hell from you. The smoke particles, the mold, and the spores can seriously mess up your lungs. I'm talking about seriously mess up your lungs. Now, don't get me wrong. Dried shrooms, check this out. I'm gonna tell you what you want to know. Dried shrooms can be crushed into powder, okay, and smoked by rolling them up on their own or by mixing it with tobacco or marijuana. Or some people even put purified mushrooms in it, the crystals into the pipes. But guess what? None of these options are good for you. None of them. You can do it. You can do it. But none of them are good for you. Just like we was given an option to either sin or not sin. You can do it. Or you cannot do it. It's up to you. You can smoke it. Yes. You can add weed. You can add tobacco. You can purify the shrooms as purified as you can. But it ain't recommended. It's not something that you should do. There are people that actually argue me that that's the reason why we did day 2 of Shroom Talk, because people are arguing me down about smoking shrooms. I'm not even going to call you an idiot. I'm just going to tell you to do your own research. And if you just have been carelessly just doing it because you was like, shit, I don't like the way it tastes, I'm just going to smoke it with my weed. Listen to this. Smoking shrooms aren't even worth the health risk. Fungal exposure. You'll likely burn up all of the active ingredients that gains the psychedelic effect anyway. There's also no legitimate argument in favor of the practice. So to me, I need to know from your point of view, not just arguing that, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't just tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Tell me, thank you. Tell me what the benefits are. Tell me what it has done for you. Tell me what your experience was like. And please don't make up some fucking bullshit like I seen purple fucking elephants playing volleyball with the goddamn tigers. I don't want to hear no shit like that. Be realistic. Be for real. Please be for real. Okay? The unforeseen and potential harmful side effects impacting both the mind and the body. Now, if you guys didn't know, smoking shrooms can actually cause mental health illnesses, mental health conditions. I don't care if you believe me or not. Do your research. I'm telling you. It can cause mental health conditions. Imagine never in your life having a mental health condition and someone talking you into smoking shrooms. You smoke it, and then all of a sudden you paranoid schizophrenic for life. All of a sudden you've never even smoked a cigarette a day in your life. All of a sudden you have a lung disease. All of a sudden you have lung cancer. Ooh. The fungus is stuck on your lungs because you wanted to smoke it. Now, the best way to take shrooms is ingesting. You see me? In candy, food, by itself, in tea, the right way. Because if you get it too hot, you're going to fuck it up. You're not going to feel no shrooms, I promise. So that's the best ways to take it. Now, if you're doing it any other way, you are at risk. If you are one of those ones that's grinding it up into powder and shooting it and melting it down and shooting it up with your heroin, and you're like, hey, this is a shroom. If you think for 1 second that you're going anywhere you're going to have a bad trip and permanent damage. If you think for 1 second that smoking shrooms is taking you up, no. Matter of fact, it actually can take you up to heaven if that's where you're supposed to go, because your ass gonna end up dying. I'm not kidding. You could really fuck yourself up. You can overdose on smoking shrooms. Okay. Some of the general side effects of smoking shrooms are respiratory issues, elevated heart rate, nausea, dizziness, sweating, increased blood pressure, especially if you already have high blood pressure. Imagine smoking shrooms and then now. That's a fucking stroke. You are putting yourself at risk for nothing. You're not even getting high. And if anyone has told you that they have smoked a shroom and they experienced anything other than an overdose, what they're telling you that they have experienced are signs of an overdose. It's not a good time. They're not saying, yeah, I had the best time. No. And if they do it any longer, you probably gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker is changing right before my eyes. I'm never doing shrooms. Because it can affect your mental. Coordination issues, dilated pupils, dry mouth, fatigue, chills or sweating, muscle weakness, impaired judgment, altered perception of time, loss of appetite. If it's something that you're into, continue doing that. Continue smoking shrooms like it's no tomorrow. Please. I mean, I'm not saying like do it because I'm saying do it. I'm saying because you're already doing it and that's what you want to do. And you're going to do what you want to do anyway. But I'm saying this. For the ones that actually argued with me, like literally y'all are funny. You argue with me about smoking shrooms and you don't even know what you're talking about. So do your own research. It's very important. Don't just say, I'm going to get into shrooms because everybody's doing it. I'm going to get into shrooms because I just heard this song by Janelle called Shrooms and it made me want to try a shroom. Yeah, you could try a shroom all day, but listen, know what you're trying. And don't, if you're buying shrooms from somebody, if they don't know what they're selling, I don't know. I'm just really not into people not knowing the details on anything that they have. Like, if I'm getting a strain of weed from you, I want to know the name of the strain. Is it indica? Is it sativa? I like sativa. I need to know if it's a hybrid. Is it indica dominant? Is it like, tell me all about it. If it's a shroom, tell me what kind it is. If you don't, as far as where it was grown, I don't give a fuck. I want to know that too, but I really want to know the name of it, what you know about it. And do you know about it? Have you taken it? How did it make you feel? Because different type of shrooms are like indicas and sativas. Certain shrooms can give you certain feelings. Certain shrooms are good for certain things. Hillbillies are normally good for if you have ADHD or if you are just a known hyper person and you haven't even been diagnosed, but you like, hey, you know what? Let me try that out. That is a really good one. Penis envy is even good for ADHD. Shrooms are good for plenty of things, but there are specific shrooms that are good specifically for certain things. If you do your research, then you would know. You would know. You would know. If you're just now trying to start shrooms, don't just start off with penis envy because that's what people have. No, search. Search for the right shrooms for you. Not saying that penis envy isn't right for you. Penis envy is good. It's a really good strain. It's a really strong strain. But that's what I mean. It's a strong strain. So if you're just now starting off, I would say start off with a low dose. Not just saying get penis envy and microdose it. I'm saying, find you some Red Boy. Go somewhere, search. Do you know there are shroom hunters? There are actual groups. You can find a group on Facebook. You can find a group on Facebook and you will be informed about a lot of different stuff. They will teach you. They will teach you. I'm not saying go Google it, put it in your search bar. Don't do none of that. I'm not saying that, especially if it's not legal where you are. I'm saying if you're going to do something, do the right research. You don't just go to any doctor without doing a research. You don't just go to any restaurant without checking to see how many stars they got. You look, you check on that. So if you're doing any type of shrooms, do your research on it. Know what you're taking. Be safe. Be safe about any drug that you're doing. If you didn't know, shrooms are actually the safest recreational drug that there is. It's safer than smoking weed. And there's some people that be like, oh, no, it ain't safe because I'm hallucinating. Again, there are people that have hallucinated the right way, and there are people that have hallucinated the wrong way. And hallucinating the wrong way, of course, you'll have a bad trip. Having bad shrooms, of course, you'll have a bad trip. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. I'm just saying. Be safe about whatever you're taking. Whatever you're taking. All these pills nowadays, you got to be leery. They might be laced with fentanyl. Like I said earlier, there is a such thing as a shroom overdose. And smoking shrooms can lead to that quicker than any fucking thing. If you like, man, I've been taking shrooms my whole life, but have you been smoking that motherfucker? Like it's a goddamn joint? Nope, you haven't. You haven't. So, of course, you haven't experienced the shroom overdose. You haven't been doing it the wrong way. You've been doing it the right way. But if you are taking shrooms the wrong way, you are liable to have a shroom overdose. It is a such thing. Smoking shrooms, it's a no-no. If you want your lungs, don't smoke shrooms. If you don't want to have a serious mental condition permanently, don't smoke shrooms. It is not recommended. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. Again, but it's not recommended. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, and Big O. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram, and my main YouTube Instagram, and my .com, which is THA Real JANELL. Y'all, if you haven't already gotten a chance, make sure that you check out my single, Shrooms. If you haven't been looking back here, you probably seen the video, actually, if you did look back there. But if you didn't, go ahead and keep looking because it will pop back up before we end, because I do have a few more things to wrap up before I leave. I'm going to leave y'all with another song, and I got some things to tell you. And then we're going to get out of your hair, okay? Because it is Friday, so if you are going out, be safe, be safe, be safe, and have fun. The fuck? Last song. If you want to support the couch, you can Cash App, PayPal, or Chime. THA Real JANELL.
Hey, Karma. I got the formula. I can get you right here. I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm pursuing. From when you taste me, and if you take long to come, I'ma be right and you never so patiently. I know you feel it, I know you like it. You can get rough, I'm gonna take it. And you know you don't have to say much to get me naked. I mean, I'm already naked though, to be honest. As soon as you walked through the door, I was feeling. So let's get it. Hey, Karma. Whip it up, fuck it up like you do it in the kitchen. I got the formula, and you know what? I know that's what you've been missing. I'm trying to show you how I'm different. I'm about to give you the business. I'm the missing piece. Lick it up, clean it off like you cleaning up the dishes. I got the formula, and you know what? I know that's what you've been missing. I'm trying to show you how I'm different. I'm trying to clean it up business. I'm the missing piece. Now let me show you how to fit it. Hey, Karma. My formula is your poison, and also the antidote. I'll be your reason for living. I'll be your reason for breathing. I'll be the one you keep giving everything like that you want to. Oh no, I'm not a god, no, I'm not a saint, no. It's just my aura, you found it like Dora. Now get down and explore. She's ready again, she's heavenly friend. Ask for more and she'll give. You are all, make the call for your head. I'll be your medicine. Hey, yeah. Whip it up, fuck it up like you do it in the kitchen. I got the formula, and you know what? I know that's what you've been missing. I'm trying to show you how I'm different. I'm about to get you up in this. I'm the missing piece. Now let me show you how to fit it. Lick it up, clean it off like you cleaning up the dishes. I got the formula, and you know what? I know that's what you've been missing. I'm trying to show you how I'm different. I'm trying to get it up in this. I'm the missing piece. Now let me show you how to fit it.
It's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I think I'm gonna start doing Shroom talk more often because you'll be surprised how many people take shrooms and they don't even know anything about what they're doing. They just know that they're taking a 3-5 that they bought, or they just know that they bought a 3-5 and they're taking a bite every time. So to them, that's microdosing. But no, it's actually levels to it. It's a lifestyle. It's an actual lifestyle. Like, you actually have to. If there's actual doctors that will sit you in a room, they'll get a certain dosage out. They'll monitor you and see how you behave with it. You know, it's ways that you go about things. I'm sure when you did your first thing of heroin, you didn't just go in and be like, yo, give me the whole thing of heroin and just do that shit like that. I mean, maybe you did, but I'm sure that, I don't know if that's, can you do that? Can people?
Yeah, they can, and they can die too.
See, people don't. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be safe about it. Be safe about it. So, I'm thinking about maybe doing it once a month. I'm also thinking about starting Couch After Dark. What y'all think about that? And that'll be like either between midnight and 1 or 1 and 2. What y'all think about that? Either have guests or not guests, but it would just be strictly like, if you got kids, please make sure that they sleep, because we're gonna be getting very, very, we get vulgar now, but we're gonna be talking about some sexual topics and learning about some things that maybe you didn't know. And some of y'all are as old as you are, and you still haven't experienced certain things, or you still don't know certain things when it comes to pleasuring a woman or pleasuring yourself or pleasuring, period. So, Couch After Dark, thinking about starting it. I'm going to make a post, and depending on how many hits I get, on, people's mind frame on that, and, if people will view it, if they'll watch it. I'm not going to be on all social media platforms, though. I will only be on YouTube and Spotify and Pandora. So, yeah. You got to really be subscribed, and you got to really fuck with me in order to be a part of that. So, I have no idea what that is. I've never had a phone call from there before. That was actually the first. All right, y'all. If you're just now tuning in, it is the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits, but I am out. I love you guys. Sending positive vibes, love, and energy your way. Shroom Talk was actually a success. Like, even with the negativity that was in the comments, you gave me a day too. That's a good thing. So I'm thinking about bringing it back again. Let me get some more feedback and let me know. I'm gonna talk to my wife about that too and see what she think about that as well. So I love y'all. Have a good night. It's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. Period. Damn. Love you. Hey. Love you, you too.